I'm Brooklyn Calloway, co-owner of Next Chapter Social, and this class is called Hey, That Sounds Like Me, Training ChatGPT to Sound Like You or Write in Your Voice. So let's get started. All right, here we go. All right, so hey, that sounds like me. Teach ChatGPT to write in your voice. A couple of things that you need to know about this class is ChatGPT is completely free, and I will teach you how to use it for free to do these things or how to use the upgraded $20 version. We have the $20 version, but I'm going to show you how to avoid paying that $20 and still make it sound like you. But do whatever you want. You can pay or not pay. I'm going to show you both ways. In addition to that, there is a link below and there's a PDF printout. Both of those things you'll need for this class, and you can just wait to do it after class, or you can go ahead and have that printout now. But either way, you're going to want a pen and some paper to take some notes. All right, to all the skeptics that say, because there are skeptics out there, ChatGPT is just going to make me sound like a generic robot. Well, it can, and it will. It will totally do that. However, if you learn how to give it better inputs, it will give you very specific outputs that do sound like you. And I'm about to prove that to you in three simple steps. So 3 steps to teach chat to sound like you. It's actually 3 ways. You don't have to do these things in order. You can do some of them or none of them. But if you do all of them, then ChatGPT will become you. It'll almost be scary. So first of all, you need to start with refined prompts, customized instructions, and you could also use the copy paste method. I'll show you how those kind of work together here in a little bit, but all 3 of these things are a surefire way to make sure that you do not sound generic, and when chat spits out its responses, it will sound like you and your brand voice. Refined prompts are where it's at and where you need to start. It can only give you what you give it. So if it's generic and ambiguous, you're going to get generic and ambiguous back. So chat's not going to just take the place of you. You still have to work for it a little bit. So chat can help you do your job, but you have to learn how to help it do its job first. Refining your prompts can significantly impact the quality and relevance of the responses you receive. So you're going to want to be clear and specific. Clearly articulate your question or request, specify the information you're looking for to avoid those ambiguous responses. Provide context, offer background information to help chat better understand the question that you're asking. Like, why are you asking it? Who are you asking it to? How do you want to sound? That kind of thing. Include relevant details that can guide the response that chat is going to give you. Don't worry, if I'm moving too fast, we're going to get to specific examples and we're going to do this together. So use keywords or key terms, include important keywords related to your topic. Don't just think about, young living oils. Think about health and wellness in general, holistic living, non-chemical, organic, all those keywords that are related to something like young living oils or going to the hair salon if you're a hairdresser. Highlight specific terms that are crucial for the context of your query. So at the bottom of ChatGPT, when you're in your account, that little box where you type, whatever you put in there, that's called a query. Ask direct questions, frame your prompts as direct questions when seeking specific answers. The more direct you are, the more specific you'll get. Avoid overly complex or convoluted sentences. Simple, less is more. Okay, avoid ambiguity. We kind of said that already, but we're going to say it again. Minimize your vague language and ambiguous terms. And again, on that questionnaire, you're going to see how to do that. If possible, break down complex questions into simpler components. If it has a comma in it and an and, that's a conjunction. Break them apart and make them two separate sentences or two separate prompts in the query. Specify the format. Clearly state if you prefer a detailed explanation or maybe you just want a summary and a bulleted list. Any specific format for the response you're going to want to put in the query. Okay, so here's the thing that you need to download. It's called the Prompt Refinement Questionnaire. There's 8 questions. I want you to think about a topic, plug and play, and really map that out. Look at every single word that you're using and say, how can I be more specific? Here's an example. This is like an actual example that I put together for you guys. Let's use the topic social media post ideas for a life coach pitching a new coaching program. Okay, so you're a life coach, you have a new coaching program, and you need some social media post ideas. All right. The topic is social media post ideas for a life coach pitching a new coaching program. That's the topic. Or question 1. Question 2 is, or the questionnaire is asking you to get more clear and specific. So the unclear prompt is a life coaching program. Posts about a life coaching program. A refined prompt would be generate social media post ideas for a life coach promoting a new coaching program focused on professional or personal development and goal achievement. So the specificity is personal development and goal achievement. Okay, so I would go a step further here, just looking at my own example, and show you on this one page how we could get even more specific. Instead of generate social media post ideas, generate 5 Instagram posts, including hashtags that are, or sorry, generate 5 Instagram captions, including hashtags that are each less than 20 words for a life coaching program or for a life coach promoting a new coaching program that's focused on maybe a specific type of professional or personal development, focused on forming better morning routines. That is very specific. So you can get as specific as you want, or you can just try to get a little more specific than what you already have. So just know you can drill down. Contextual information. So you got the topic. Now we need to add some context. The coaching program emphasizes personal development and goal achievement for individuals. Now, who is it for, right? Individuals seeking positive change in their life, maybe seeking to get more done before 8 a.m. in the morning. Context. Key terms and keywords. Okay, these are the things you're going to want it to make sure that it includes. These are keywords within the prompt itself, but you could add and say, make sure that you use these keywords or appeal to someone searching for these key terms. So, social media post ideas, life coach, coaching program, personal development, goal achievement. Go on to say morning routine, new morning routine, wake up with purpose, something like that. Directness of your question. An indirect question is, how can I post about my coaching program on social media? A direct question would be, what are specific social media post ideas to effectively promote my new life coaching program? And then AI chat will give you actual social media post ideas that will effectively promote your new life coaching program. And what chat does is it combs the internet for what effective marketing is and how to string together posts that effectively market X, Y, or Z, in this case, a life coaching program. So it's amazing what it can do. So the topic, social media post ideas for a life coach pitching a new coaching program. Let's do a little ambiguity check. Sorry, easy for you to say, right? Share thoughts on coaching program. That's very ambiguous. Provide concise and engaging social media post ideas to promote a life coaching program centered around personal development and goal achievement. Less ambiguous. Again, dive deeper. The more you do this, the better you'll get at doing it. Your format preference, you're always going to want to make sure that you um, are very specific on what you want it to spit out and the format that you want it to spit it out in. So please present the ideas in a bulleted list format for easy readability. That's perfect. Or a 20-word Instagram post with hashtags, however you want to say that. Complexity management, make sure that those sentences are short, that you don't have this long drawn out question that you want. Just make it simple. What are 3 key points to highlight when promoting my coaching program on social media? All right, so let's do a little case study. Katie, the realtor. Please write 5 Instagram captions with relevant hashtags that inspire followers to use my real estate services. I specialize in helping young families move to the popular Harvest neighborhood in Argyle, Texas. Okay, so that right there was a prompt that I actually workshopped with another realtor, changed the names, changed the neighborhood, all of that for the sake of example. But um, instead of just saying write 5 or write post ideas for promoting my real estate business, that's ambiguous. There's no context. It's not who is it speaking to. Right here, you can see that I help young families moving. So we know who chat's going to talk to. Where are they moving? Argyle, Texas, Harvest neighborhood. Those are key words related to the query. The format is please write 5 Instagram captions with relevant hashtags. What do you want the post to accomplish? You want it to inspire followers to use her real estate services. So that right there is a good chat GPT prompt. I think that we could get more specific. We could talk to different audiences. We could refine this and have it spit out different post ideas for different audiences, maybe moving to the same neighborhood. But play with that. Don't be afraid to play with ChatGPT and really look at what it's responding with and give it the thumbs up and the thumbs down because you can rate its responses. All right, so let's move on to number 2. Customize instructions. Customized instructions are like giving an actor a script to play a role very convincingly, making chat sound like a person or a brand. So there are 2 ways to do this. There's a free version and there's a $20 a month version. We're doing the $20 a month version over here at Next Chapter Social. And the reason why we're doing that is because we manage multiple brands. So we need multiple custom instructions so that every time we go into chat, we can choose a different custom instruction for it to use in order to sound like that brand that we're managing. So you can either upgrade your plan to the plus plan. It's $20 a month. And then your instructions will stay in chat and it will use that chat voice anytime you choose it and anytime you're wanting to use it. Or you can create your custom instructions and copy and paste them into this little chat down here every time you use it. So one stays in there, no copy paste. One you copy and paste every time. Either way, you get the same results. All right, how to add saved custom instructions to an upgraded chat account. All right, well, this is how you do it. You log into ChatGPT. Notice that we have the 3.5 version right here. You're going to, either way, if you don't have that now, you will still click Brooklyn Callaway or your name down here in the bottom left-hand corner. That's number 1. This little menu bar will pop up. You're going to choose custom instructions right here. Then once you choose custom instructions, this little window is going to pop up and it's going to say, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? And it's also going to say, how would you like ChatGPT to respond? So you'll put your custom instructions in there. You're going to click save. You're going to name that brand voice in the next window. And then when you go over here, you can choose that brand voice and operate as if you were that person every time. how to add custom instructions every time you chat. This is the free way. Um, the free way. The $0 way. How about that? You're going to log into ChatGPT just like we just did. Then you're going to copy and paste your pre-written custom instructions into the chat below, and you're going to use those instructions every single time to keep that brand continuity. You might evolve over time and change little instructions here and there, but don't like be this person one day and this person another. Just copy, paste. It'll save you time and it's not that hard. Custom instructions are nothing more than a series of questions you answer about yourself and or your brand. Hi, I'd like to tell you about my business before I ask you to complete a few tasks. That's it. You're going to say that, and then you're going to have these answers. So the questions are, and I'm going to read them in order, but I do want you to know that this QR code here, if you pause and you scan it with your phone, it'll take you to a Google form where these questions are already loaded into the Google form. You'll answer it and it will send you the digital copy of your answers so that you don't have to write this down, type it out. You're going to type it out on a form, and then once you hit submit, it will send it to you, send your responses back to you. And it will include the question as well. So that's perfect. You just put that into ChatGPT, either your custom instructions saved version or copy and paste it every time. But you start with, hi, I'd like to tell you about my business before I ask you to complete a few tasks. So you're going to start with your name, your business name. Your business is based in, you're going to want a location or an area there. The industry you're in, your ideal target audience, which if you don't know what that is, we have some classes for that. Go look on our website under online classes and take one of those. But identifying your ideal target audience is super important because chat needs to know who they're speaking to. Your business generates your revenue from. It's very important. How do you make your money? Chat needs to know that. Your primary business competitors, that one gets me really excited because I'm super competitive. But when you identify who your competitors are, chat can comb their online stuff to make sure that you're competing with them, that you're competitive. So it almost monitors them. My competitive advantage over my competition is X, Y, and Z. For instance, our competitive advantage over other digital marketing agencies are the classes we produce. We produce a new class every 2 weeks on a Wednesday. And so that is our competitive advantage, I think. My business purpose is to teach and empower entrepreneurs to do their own social media, not just do it for them, but to teach them how themselves. My business mission and long-term goal is, or our business mission and long-term goal, it kind of depends on if you're a partnership. My business's short-term goal. Chat's going to spit out responses that are aligned with these goals. Your brand voice, brand tone, brand style. And if you don't know those, do yourself a favor and go to google.com and type in list of brand voices, list of brand tones. You don't even have to say brand tone. You can say voice tones. It's going to give you all kinds of tones found in literature, and it's going to be a really good place for you to start. And it doesn't just have to be one. Your tone, you could have an irreverent, happy-go-lucky, professional tone, and chat will find a way to mix those all together. So you can have multiple answers for each one. You just put a comma. And I would like ChatGPT's responses to be direct, succinct, and clear. You could say long and in depth. You could say direct things that I can copy and paste, or you could say I would like instructions on what I should do with the content. However you want it to spit it out, you can put it there. And again, you can always go in and change that. All right. So that is the custom instruction method. This is number 3. This is the copy paste method. So this is the lazy man's way of making chat sound like you. You'll simply ask chat to come up with your brand voice and tone for you, by prompting it to analyze writing you've already done in the past. So here's how I think we could combine this with custom instructions in the lazy man's copy paste way. So if you do the lazy man's way first, analyze something, then it comes up with your brand voice, then you can pop that into your custom instructions. And now you haven't even tried to identify your own brand voice. You just let chat do it for you. And it's kind of like having that friend that can tell you, oh my gosh, you are so organized. You're always on top of it. Man, you're a list maker. Or they see things in you or patterns in you that you didn't see before. Chat will do that. It will see patterns in the style of your writing, the cadence of your words, your syntax, your sentence fluency, all that kind of stuff, all that Englishy jargon. It will take that, analyze it for you, spit out a response, then you can copy paste that and put it into your custom instructions. So that's how you can kind of combine number 2 and number 3. So where to look for the great past content? Obviously, your website. If you wrote your copy, or even if you had someone write your copy and you gave them kind of a brand voice rundown or whatever, go to your website. Micro blog posts. Okay, you might not know this, but that's what I call a really long Instagram caption, okay, or a Facebook caption or whatever. So when you are basically writing a miniature blog in your caption on social media, that's a great place to find your voice. Copy and paste that, put it into chat and ask it to do it. Email responses to clients. So let's say you're responding to someone's question. The way you answer that speaks a lot to your tone and your style, your brand style. Obviously, blog posts, if you're a blogger, there you go. And I think I've saved the best for last, audio transcripts. So if you've ever been on a podcast or you have a podcast or you filmed yourself, whatever, get the transcript from that. Download an old reel, pop it into YouTube, open the transcript, copy and paste that transcript, put that into chat because that's your actual voice. That's how you talk. So there's nothing better than that because sometimes all these other 4 have been polished or I mean, obviously if it's on your website, it should be polished. So you've taken out a little bit of that you-ness. So audio transcripts are the best places to find your true brand voice and tone and style. So those are really great places. Here's how you're going to do it. There's 3 steps to train ChatGPT to sound like you using the copy and paste method. You're going to want to prime the prompt, prime the pump. That's just my own terminology for asking chat this question before you copy and paste it. Hey, chat, are you able to analyze text for tone, style, and voice? Well, chat's going to be like, sure, I'm actually great at that. Here's how you do it. So now chat's already anticipating what you're about to do. I don't know why it works, but it does. Number 2, prompt chat to do the following. Analyze the text you have chosen by saying, analyze the following text for tone of voice and style. Apply that exact style and tone of voice to all your future responses. Okay, so there you go. Now, you don't necessarily have to say, apply that tone of voice to all your future responses if you're going to use this and put it into your custom instructions. So just keep that in mind. Copy the content. Number 3, copy the content you have chosen into a chat and push enter. So do that in that order, prime the pump, prompt chat, copy the content, paste it, push enter. And then the last thing that I want you to do is actually the 4th step, probably the most important. Final step, save chat's answer for future use. If you want this to happen over and over again, then if chats come up with a very good brand voice, then you're going to want to save that answer so that you can put it into chat every single time. All right. So want more AI learning? No problem. Check out our other class, Jasper AI, What, Why, and How. It's a comparison between ChatGPT and Jasper, which is a paid for AI platform based on ChatGPT, but it has all the prompts already in there, so you don't have to know any of them. And if you want to take that class, you can just scan that QR code and take that class too. So, anyways, we appreciate you and thanks for being with us and learning about, hey, that sounds like me teaching chat to speak in your brand voice.